Hi, I'm Ruth Asmunson, Mayor of the City of Davis, and I was born in Isabela, Philippines. I grew up in a barrio, a small barrio in the Philippines. I grew up from a poor family, 8 children, and coming to the United States was like beyond my dream, wildest dream. But my mother used to say, dream big. And I always used to dream, that someday I will go to the United States. And, for us, the United States was always kind of the land of milk and honey. So I came to the United States. But before that, actually, when I got my scholarship, Fulbright scholarship, my professor, who actually kind of my mentor, was who encouraged me to apply for Fulbright scholarship. She said, go to a small city. So I went to Pennsylvania. It's a small city, Wilkes-Barre. I went to Wilkes University, and it was great. And actually, the people there, they didn't know very much, older people anyway. They didn't know where the Philippines is. So one day, one of the ladies said, oh, where are you from? And I said, from the Philippines. Oh, he said, oh, is that in Japan? And I said, no, it's in the Philippines. It's another country near Japan. I always say that my life is sort of like a Cinderella story. I grew up in this small barrio, like I said. I came to the United States, and now I'm the mayor of a major city in the United States. I married my husband, who is white. And there were times that he would say something. And I said, honey, that's not acceptable. And he said, what did I say? He didn't know that he was kind of saying things that was kind of discriminatory or being biased. And it was my opportunity to teach him, to educate him. And so, knowing that's what I do to, when people kind of look down on me or discriminate. So I never really allow that because it's an opportunity to educate them. And I tell my children that. And, I have 4 daughters. And I always say, you just go out there. You're just as good as any man or any guys. And so then they're very confident. Actually, sometimes they're too overconfident. And so then when I ran for school board, people say, how do you feel about being a minority? And I said, I'm running as an American. And if you look at me as an ethnic or as a colored person, I'm just as good as the white. And if you look at me as a woman, I'm just good as the man. And actually, during one of my council meetings, we were talking about diversity, ethnicity. And somebody said, how do you feel being an ethnic person or a woman? And I said, if you think of me as a woman, as being, as a council person, I'm just as good as the men. And actually, the 3 colleagues of mine, men, they said, well, actually, Ruth is better than us because being mayor, sometimes, they get so upset, the guys get so upset. And so they use 4-letter words sometimes, and we are televised. And I said, that's not acceptable. And I called on them right away. And so they said, I'm sorry, Ruth. And so they know that, when I'm there, I'm there to serve the people, and I look at myself there not as a woman, not as an ethnic person, but rather as a person doing the job. When my husband and I got married, I told my husband, I'm going to stay home and raise the kids the best I can, the best of the Filipino and the best of American. And I was fortunate to do that because there are lots of things in the Philippines that I don't like. There are lots of things I don't like in the United States too. And so I tried, having been educated, I think I was a little bit more observant about a lot of things. And I don't really feel that, there's a lot of differences in raising your own kid the way you want it. Again, growing up poor, when I was growing up, we were very creative. In school, we had to buy our own papers. We didn't have tissue paper, so everything is we have to buy on our own. So supplies were very limited. And so we were very creative about using things. And so in here, now that the economy is so low and, at the city, I'm always saying, okay, well, we can do this. And because before they would just get things, it was easy, they buy things. And now that there's not much, money to go around, we're always saying, oh, we can do this, we can do that. We have become more creative, I think, in accomplishing what we want to do with less money. And I think that's from my experience from growing up. I was on the school board for 10 years in Davis. And then I ran for city council. And they found out, since I'm in a way, I think the first immigrant, native, Filipino-born mayor. And so then I was nominated to be one of the 100 most influential Filipino women in the United States in 2007. And that's how I got involved with them. I have this thing, I don't know if you've heard the anybody, everybody, nobody thing. Well, the chairman said, you know, somebody has to take care of this, and anybody can do it. Well, nobody did it. And so then when somebody said, well, if anybody can do it, that somebody volunteered, and that when somebody volunteered, everybody saw that it can be done, so then everybody worked. And what I tell them is, when you say somebody will do it, you have to make sure that that somebody is you. Because if you say somebody will do it, nobody's going to do it. So you have to empower yourself that you as a leader, you have to be a leader. If you know that you can do it, you have to do it. You know, here I am, somebody who was poor, an immigrant. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I don't really feel that I'm really that great person, but I made myself as a powerful person because I want to do it. You have to internalize, you have to motivate yourself to do things. And I look at role models. Well, if she can do it, if he can do it, then I can do it too. It's the can-do attitude. What's great about President Obama is, he said that we have a crisis, but he is giving that message, empowering the people that they are to be part of that solution. He is there leading us, and we have to do what we can. So it's this role, this new era of responsibility. And trying to tell people that it is you who can make the difference. And just making everybody feel good about it, that they have to be part of that solution. Then if we all work together, we can make a difference. And I can't do it. You can't do it. But if we do it together, we'll do a better job.